Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stone Mountain 64, and this is a view from the mountain. Hell yes, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a few weeks, and I thought it was time to do a little talk with some Battlefield 4 gameplay in the helicopter. Love this, but I'm actually going to talk a bit about air superiority here, and it's going to tie in with everything else I want to talk about Battlefield 4. And they're actually problems, you know. I'm actually going to be talking a bit negative, a little bit ranty on this one. So hopefully you guys stick with me here. I'm not sure, you know, how the reaction is going to be on this video, but I do want to get your guys' feedback in the comments section. Doesn't matter what console you're on, 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, PC. Let me know what you think about my thoughts on this, because I'm having some trouble not enjoying Battlefield 4, but I'm not happy with it, man. It came out back in November, so it's been a few months now. December, January, we're at the end of February, and we're still having a lot of problems with this game. I mean, they fixed the server, finding servers a little bit, but I was streaming today, and I was just looking for any old server of domination, of conquest, of anything, and I was getting one result of one. I mean, and I broadened it all the way you could go. So I can't find servers. Trying to get in games with people, if I have 7 people in my lobby or 4 other people for a full squad, you try and join a game, half your guys are on the other team. Even a diffuse game, it's hard to get everybody on one team. With 5 people, you want to go 5 versus 5? Guess again, that's not going to work. And this is the game that is like meant for squads. You gotta be working as a squad in this, and they're still having problems even getting you into the game, right? And on top of that, they still have the rental servers aren't even out yet. I think they might be on the PC, but they're not out yet. And I think part of this obviously is due to the fact that it is on 5 different systems, those ones I listed just a minute ago. You know, that's a lot of dedicated servers that they have to have, but honestly, I was really looking forward to that, because with the dedicated servers, that allows me to customize my own game. I don't have to play these classic playlists like Air Superiority, right? You guys have played Air Superiority for, you know, the 4 maps that they have. You get into this helicopter map on this one, and the game seems to last for 5 minutes at the most, because you just steamroll one team. You have that one objective. It just doesn't feel good playing it, because the games are over so quickly. I like the games that last for 40 minutes long, 30 to 40 minutes long. You don't have to wait the 2 minutes between. It's different than like a Call of Duty game, because of the fact that, you know, you can switch teams. It's a lot more versatile in that fact. And I like being able to have those long games for this, where I don't have to just sit there and wait in between games. And that's why I want to be able to customize it. And on top of that, it allows me to search for people that also want to use microphones. I can play with like-minded people, right? I always like playing that YOLO style. I like working in a squad, being able to talk to the teammates, call things out, use kind of that military lingo, which I do jokingly kind of in my YOLO series, but at the same time, that's a fun way to play. And in Battlefield 3, I was able to find those lobbies, and I was able to go into TeamSpeak, you know, talk to the entire team. And a lot of that was kind of taken away from this. And on top of that, too, if you try using the built-in Battlefield 4 talking system, at least this is how it is on the Xbox One, it is choppy. You can't even understand the other person. And then once you go to party, you can hear them loud and clear. But this is a corp with Xbox in particular. Xbox, if you're in a party, you can't see who's talking unless you actually open a party, which takes up 1/5 of your entire screen, and then the window gets smaller. So that's the thing with Xbox, but that should be, you know, I should be able to see the party, who's talking in it, in the actual game, just on the side like we see with the actual squad. But the squad chat doesn't work. So I mean, it's just so much stuff. So from getting into the game, the chat system, and then the game itself, you guys have heard me talk a lot about this. And that's, you know, the fact that if you play like a Call of Duty game, you have instant reaction. When I push left on the trigger, your guy moves quickly and in that direction, and it's a lot more responsive. There's less latency with the controls and what you want your player to actually do. And I found myself constantly annoyed with that on Battlefield because of the fact that COD is so responsive. And then I play a game like Titanfall, and in the beta version, this is also an EA game. Granted, it's made by the guys at Respawn. It's different. It doesn't have, you know, that huge aspect that I think is causing a lot of issues with Battlefield, is the fact that the maps are gigantic. You have the rendering that has to happen for everybody. It is dedicated servers, but at the same time, it's so massive, and because of the destructible environment that everybody's got to see, there's so much of stuff that goes into it. It's difficult. But a game like Titanfall, that in beta is already performing much better much better. Whether it's joining a game, whether it's the actual gameplay itself, you don't see tanks. The Titans maneuvered much better. The balancing also between the Titans was much better. Everybody has their own weapon to take the Titans out. It balanced better. The mechanics, the Titans didn't run it. The tanks, the helicopters, all this stuff is so glitchy all the time with people running into each other or through the ground and through walls. I just noticed a lot of issues with Battlefield. And it's been a few months. I want to like the game. I would love to see some rental servers, but honestly, I gotta say, once Titanfall comes out, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be playing Battlefield, because I feel like I'm going to implement my squad playstyle, my YOLO playstyle into Titanfall, and that might be a game changer for me. I don't know. I still love this game in that military feel, but I'm definitely looking forward to Titanfall. So I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm going to be reading through all of them. Usually I get a few hundred. But again, I'm not saying the game is completely unplayable. It's still a terrific game. The mechanics of the helicopters still are fantastic. The jet gameplay is very fun. But there are certain issues with it, and that's what I'm getting at. I want to hear your guys' feedback as well. That's it for me today, though, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the previous video for my last view from the mountain, the recommended for my last YOLO on the battlefield, and I'll see you guys next time. This is StoneMountain64, signing out.